Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. All praise, I must to say, we really appreciate the judgment, the outcome of the judgment, and we congratulate Nigerians. It is a great achievement in our democratic journey. Strengthen local government will strengthen the system, and it will give a comprehensive or inclusiveness, which is the main characteristic of good governance. I am highly delighted, I am happy, and you know my position before. It is after my motion in the Senate, then less than 2 weeks, Mr. President approached the Supreme Court to decide on the matter, and it decided on the favor of Nigeria. I congratulated Mr. President, I commend him, I commend the Senate, I commend all those who put their hand together to secure this marvelous judgment.
Is it vision as much as it's good news for lots of Nigerians? You know, a lot of people will say it actually contradicts the constitution, which has also stated that there should be a joint account between the local and the state government.
So what is the essence of joint account? We need to ask ourselves. The joint or the idea of creating joint account is to join the money together from the state and the federal, then share it. Just an avenue where the money will come together for sharing to the local government in the state, not for the state to touch the money. There are so many judgments before this judgment which give clear position of the law on that matter. And no matter how, the Supreme Court is a policy court. When it made a pronouncement, it became a law. There are so many issues surrounding this judgment. Some days back, I saw a news where the Chief of Defense Staff confirmed to Nigeria that there is a relationship between security and local government administration in Nigeria. How much are we spending? Therefore, if there is security issue, it overshadow anything. We must focus on the security rather than small pictures, legal position, which will jeopardize the Nigeria as a nation.
In as much as it's a welcome development, don't you think there should have been probably a constitutional amendment first before this judgment?
We don't need it. We don't need it. They never scrap the joint account. All what they are saying is that the money will go now directly to the local government. Then the state owns. They will divide their own and send it to the local government. It is the same. You are going to the AIT now. You are passing Federal Secretariat. Somebody is going directly and say, no, I will just take a rest. This one has or have the strength to go direct to the AIT office without taking a rest in the Federal Secretariat. It is on the same destination we are heading to.
I know that so many schools of thought have actually demonized, state governors, that they have not lived up to expectation. But what is the assurance that even the local government, chairman will also manage some of these funds, judiciously? Because they also
we are talking on the law. Whether they can do it or not, you cannot go and perpetuate illegality and defend illegality and claim that you are doing good. You see, there is wisdom in creation of local government. There is wisdom. Now I am Senator of the Federal Republic. Before I won my election, I took a tour. I toured all my political ward, 171 political ward, and still local government. A rural area of Kano South. I border Jigawa, Bauchi, Kaduna, and Katsina. See how massive my federal constituency and my senatorial district is. Virtually there was no development in our rural area. See the level of rural-urban migration. Rural-urban migration. The two monsters which almost kill Nigeria is Boko Haram and bandit. The Boko Haram and bandit are from the rural area, deep rural area. It is because of neglect. Even the bandit, it is because of neglect. Even the fight of this insurgency, when you discuss with most of the security agencies who are in the front, all the stakeholders in the area, you can find out that a simple logistic, an intervention from the state governor will take 30 days before it reaches the destination. A chairman must apply to the state governor, waiting the state governor to send it again. Let me tell you one thing from my senatorial district. I have 20 police division in my senatorial district. I don't have, they have a car, a vehicle that will run for 1 hour. Who is fueling that vehicle? Are you asking yourself? Who is given logistic to our security agencies in the rural area for intelligence gathering? Traditional leaders and religious leaders and traditional leaders are more as the most important apparatus to fight this agency, this insurgency and this banditry. But virtually our traditional institutions are the system abandon that institution because there is no incentive, no logistics to carry out their responsibility as leaders of the community. Therefore, there was no intelligence gathering. There was no intervention from any quarter. Rural roads. Now see how we are complaining about the rising inflation of the food stock. I am from northern Nigeria. Can't we ask ourselves what is the problem of this food production in Nigeria? There was no rural road. There was no social amenities in our rural area, which force our youth to all this rural-urban migration. Therefore, we must face shortage of food. To the extent we, as Nigeria, now we open our border for food importation. I commended Mr. President for this because we must do it. We must do it. But it is not a good omen to the system. Take 10 most populous nations in the world. 10. I think we are the one Nigeria who we cannot feed ourselves. We cannot produce what will sustain us. Therefore, we need to think out of the box for the solution. Therefore, the first solution is to allow the rural government, even in UK, even in US, even in China, even in Russia, they have a rural government which is taking care of the rural needs. This is what we are saying. Let me cite another example for you. After federation account in each and every month, go and ask Peru the change. You will find out that dollar will rise up. Do you know the reason? There is silence issue which we need to attend. Most of the state governors are awarding white elephant project to multi-international companies without recourse, without considering our small companies in the state and rural area, which will, you see, now if you talk about JB, CGC, CCC, is all that multinational company. They are not buying their material from Nigeria. Their working force, all the professionals are not from Nigeria. Instead of federal government to continue patronizing them, now it is local government money they are using to patronize this company. And immediately after they get their payment, they will pack dollar and send it out. They are not patronizing our local cement, our iron, our everything, which is creating unemployment. Therefore, we need to do a lot. There is a system. We have a federal government, we have a state government, and we have a local government. Let the local government patronize the grassroots, small contractors. It will improve the GDP. It will create an activities in our rural area. The money will circulate in the rural area. Instead of packing local government fund to the state and give it to Chinese, just change it to China, they will import cement, they will import their vehicles, they will import their stuff, they will import all, creating employment to their people, to the detriment of our people. We need to think.
Okay, finally, before we let you go, some of the persons are advocating for INEC to be the ones to conduct some of these elections at the rural level. Will you be considering that as a motion? Or
No. I think as the best way to do it is for the executive president to send an executive bill to the National Assembly and have a dialogue with the state governors and the remaining stakeholders to agree. Because this country is belong to us. You will be a governor of 4 or 8 years. Definitely you are going to leave. Most of those who contributed in my motion in the floor of the Senate are former governors. Now those who are complaining on the local government administration in Nigeria are former governors. It is after they left, then they start to realize that serious there is a problem. Why can't we correct it now? I am commending Mr. President. We are supporting Mr. President, and we will join hand with him. We will give him all necessary support to come up with the executive bill on that respect. If he came with that bill, it means the leadership of the National Assembly, the APC as a majority party, we as progressive from the minority will support it. And let him talk to the state directly, the way Adua do it, the way Obasanjo do it. If Adua has a program, he will invite them to take and discuss, draw their attention. And he need to apply, and he need to show that he is C in C. Let me tell you, if for any reason we agree that let INEC conduct local government election, well, the level of development in Nigeria will be, if you see the way we will go within short period of time. No matter how some people are saying even the INEC are not sincere, even the INEC are not doing the needful, but compared it with State Electoral Commission and the outcome, at least the outcome, we need to have a law. And there is no need for us to have a uniform election for day because of the, now some state has elected local government administration. Some let us see how we can attend each and every state, but let INEC do a comprehensive do the election, and we will have a double opportunity. Now, if they are doing local government election like 5 states today, all the security agencies, all their as they will deploy all their arsenal to that state. Do you understand? Therefore, we can have free, fair, acceptable election where everybody will be happy. We are talking about inclusivity. We need to start this politicking from the grassroots. Most of people will rather go and contest for chairmanship than to come to the House of Representatives. Yes. If your local government will collect 300 million, 200 million per month, if you are serious, if you are mature, you will go and do the needful to your people. And how many contractors will benefit from it? Therefore, we need to join hand with the executive, we need to join hand with all democratic institutions. For me, my own proposal for Asiwaju is to invite all the leaders of our opposition party from Atiku Abubakar, because he commended the judgment. Peter Obi commended the judgment. Seraph, all the stakeholders to gather in a room, have a dialogue, and do a resolution, because it affects all of us. I assure you, we will have a new Nigeria if we start thinking that way. And I commend the commitment to the democracy of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. This is what we are expecting from him, as a pro-democracy, as the one who almost lost his life in the process of this democracy.